Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today we're going to have a fun read on are you or will you be in your new relationship sexually and spiritually compatible? Now compatibility is the highest on the charts because when you hear people say, oh, we broke up because we just weren't compatible, right? It can be you have the same viewpoint on spirituality, health, time management, what a relationship is, family values, all those things that are components of being compatible, right? So we have a 3-card choice. We have oath for 1, love for 2, and loyalty for number 3. So I'll let you have a peek at that. And what compatibility seems to be to me through everything I've read in the simplest nutshell is being able to happily coexist and bring joy to one another. That's what compatibility is, because you don't want friction and always be bumping heads. Say someone is and you can have incompatible behaviors, like I am the most gypsy, flipsy, messy, artsy person on the face of the earth. My house looks like a fairy orgy happened 24/7. I have glitter, I have jewelry, I have gems, I have tarot cards, I have all these like fantasy adventure kind of setups and whimsical things everywhere, where Ian is completely logic based. Everything has a place and everything goes in its place. And it's hilarious how, we have arguments that ensue over that because I don't think something's that big a deal and he'll think it's a huge deal. Half the time I can't find anything because it's under a pile of glitter paper and construction paper and hats and, lip gloss and ribbons but that is one factor that's very small on our list. I mean, we definitely don't have a compatibility factor when it comes to that. But it's the important things, right? Like our virtues, what we believe in, things like that. Okay, we're going to begin with number 1, which is oath. So you got the sun. I'm going to do it in 3 cards so I can sort of get a big picture on things. Wow. You got oath, star. Let me give these a shuffle and see what's going on in vision. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling with this group. Absolutely. You have the sun, the star, and vision. So I feel like your outlook on the future is very similar, where you'd like to go in life in terms of family values and just core values, getting what's important to you, traditions, things like that. The sun, I feel like you're on the same level in terms of brightness and magnifying what's good in life and trying to lift one another and realizing that we really are our thoughts. So when we put focus and intention into our thoughts, we can resolve anything. We can become absolute masters at navigating any kind of difficult waters. And a great deal of that is realizing whose energy belongs to whom, right? If somebody in your family or friendship or workspace is blowing something up to this mountain and it really has not that much to do with you, you have to realize that is their energy, that is their panic, that is their forcefulness. It has nothing to do with me, and you release it. What happens is you can stay in your own inner power and stay focused on what matters, your current relationship. And what happens is lots of times we bring this residue of energy home with us from work, from out in public, and we kind of dump it on the person near us. And when we realize how sensitive we can be to one another's energy, we no longer do that. It's just an awareness. It's a perception. Lots of people perceive things as personal attacks, which merely aren't. It's just another person that can't control their expenditure of emotion on another person, right? Have you ever been in line and somebody's talking on the phone and they're literally yelling in your ear on their phone because they're right next to you? They can't control their emotional expenditure. But people that are compatible can do this because they realize they're affecting the person next to them. So they have a regard for them and what's going on. And that's what this sun is about. Keeping that other person warm and in the light and feeling good. And the star is also about wishes. You guys are really great and compatible when it comes to manifesting and using the law of attraction and bringing things towards you that are meaningful, deep, and loving. And you just have an understanding because you have joy when they have joy. You love to feel like they're feeling successful and vibrant and happy, and vice versa. And that's super important, that when their win is our win and when our win is their win, right? That means we're really, really combining our forces for the greater good. And the star is all about wishing and hoping and knowing the best is coming towards us. And also vision. We have the same vision of the future and what we want to happen for each other. and what's important, and traditions and things like that, very compatible. And definitely, and I love this, you also got that make the sacrifice, which means we're willing to give up certain things that are distractions from this relationship, right? If maybe we spend too much time playing video games, too much time spent shopping or on social media, something like that, we'll make that sacrifice to really sort of measure what's needed in the relationship and have it go forward. They are also very willing to do this as well. They're really in alignment with us too. And in terms of your sexual compatibility, yeah, arrow, all systems forward, nail on the head. And what happens is, where you're going to read each other's signals, because sometimes people's libidos are different and there's different times. But what happens is you guys are going to get in this rhythm together and just go in a straight line. You're going to be able to read. And what's really, really sweet is when you know somebody's feeling affectionate and they really want some affection and some cuddles. There's so many signs. Of course, they'll put their arm around you. They'll start rubbing your back. They'll, want to kiss you and be next to you. And when we read those signals, we'll realize that this person is craving affection and you're very giving towards that, and them towards you too. And sometimes people are just simply, their libido and their chemistry is just, they're driven towards that. And it's one of those things that, we put them and they put us in the forefront with love and respect, and realizing that, when we show interest and affection towards somebody, it's really signifying that, they can't get enough of you and they want to be close to you and spend time with you and touch you and just be in your private space. It's really, really sweet. And I feel like there's very high compatibility with this, and that you're going to be able to read all these little signals, and you actually get in this cool rhythm together. And you look forward to this time together and this space, and, you can really transmute what seems like stress energy into that love energy, right? It's a great stress reliever as well. And human contact is very, very important in terms of, our feel good natural dopamine and serotonin and natural drugs that our body produce to make us feel good and relaxed. So you're really on par with that with one another, and that's quite important. So beautiful energy, group one. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. Come see me on Instagram too. It's Sparkrist11. It's in the bottom link. I do all kinds of funny memes and I post every day, and I like to connect with people and viewers that way as well. Answer questions about anything, crystal stones. My Etsy store, lots of people are like, hey Mel, I love this, could you make this for me, but put this in this place, and it's just a great medium for me to be able to connect with you. So all my other links are down below there for private reads, for whatever you'd like. My Patreon page, the Goddess Provisions box, also check that link and see what's in the box this month. It's so wonderful. The serums, the just everything I was so impressed by that. So go check that out as well. So now we're on to number 2, which is love. So I feel like, let me give these a quick shuffle and see what's going on. With the lightning card, wow, yeah, that's very clear that it's like a bolt of passion right away. When you meet this person, or if you've already met them, that right away there is, undeniable passion right away. And there's a lot of chemically you are very, very well matched as well, in terms of like their pheromones drive you wild and vice versa, and just being close by them generates some kind of wonderful sexual energy that really, really matches up. And as well as you both find each other, beautiful elements about each other, glossy hair, the sparkly shiny eyes. I feel like your smile is a super high attraction. You have this lovely lilting laugh that they really, really are attracted to. I feel like your mouth is something that is super, super erotic and beautiful to them, and they can't get enough of that. So on that, yeah, it's going to be sort of off the charts. I mean, it's like just one of those things where you can't get enough of each other. But remember, anything that has huge, huge peaks also has valleys. Usually studies are shown that the first 5 months in a relationship, people just cannot get enough of each other. Their hands are constantly on each other. But like everything, there has to be an ebb and flow, and things sort of settle in, and then routines. But there will always be, I feel like, prolonged passion in this relationship. It's just one of those things where they have a very high sex drive, and they just really get you in the mood all the time. Now, this reminder card, I feel... oh yeah, I like this. I feel like there is a very strong spiritual connection as well. The invisible and the reminder means you're going to see all the little signs that remind you why we're here, why we do connect, what really matters. Now, this is a big deal, has to do with your compatibility of your perceptions of things. You perceive things very clearly and close and like-minded with this person. Like, you don't make mountains out of molehills because you perceive things the same way. You see the truth in things. You understand that when we come from a good place, we're honest, we're authentic, and we're well-meaning, that good things come to us and nothing gets out of control, because you have that idea of yourself that why would you overcomplicate any issue when you can simplify it? And they think that same way. And it's lovely. And it's these invisible synchronistic reminders that bring you to that place that, of course, you're going to have a lovely, beautiful life because you're not complicating it. You're not overthinking it. You're not bringing in composites that don't belong there. Jealousy, envy, greed, any of those things. You're bringing in the virtue as opposed to the vice. And they are the same way. They realize that when you bring in love, when you bring in trust, when you bring in worthiness, they feel worthwhile, they have good self-esteem, they create that in you, and vice versa, and it just circulates this escalating confidence in the relationship continually, because you're basking in each other's actual love, your love energy, and the compatibility factor is so high because you have the same insights to things. You're very intuitive. And I feel like a lot of this group, this is also light workers and people that understand what it is to put value on things that should have value, right? And devalue things that don't, material goods. They are not important. Yes, you have keepsakes and things that are close to your heart, but I'm talking about, if you could buy a special trip that would make them feel amazing and vice versa, they would do that, as opposed to buying themselves a very expensive handbag or car or something like that. You come first and you put them first. You put the relationship first. And that's what the invisible is. Always, that secret silver lining of, wow, this would really enhance the relationship if this happened. Beautiful energy group too. So love and light to you. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. Yeah, don't forget to put the relationship and one another first. They don't, and you won't either. And they see you as a thing of beauty, and you them. Yeah, and it's just going to be like Shazam. Here they are, and here you are, and it is off and running. So yeah, all my links are down below. If you need a private read, come see me on Instagram at sparkrist11. I do daily posts. I love to chat with you guys over there. It's a great way to interact, and I have so much fun there. So now we're on to number 3, loyalty. So right away I'm hearing this is one of your high compatibility factors. You are loyal to one another. One of the greatest aspects that men like to say in any kind of survey is that you're respectful of them in public. It's very important to them, and you understand that, and them to you too, that they are loyal to you and respectful to you. That you don't put each other down or devalue each other in each other's eyes, and that's very important. And it's an amazing bonding component as well when somebody seriously always has your back, and this person does. Now, they are coming from a complicated background. So now that they're with you, they're going to simplify and clarify what's important to them. So you're going to know right away. And one of the biggest things is always putting hope into the future, always aligning with what is going to be concrete foundations for this relationship and what you want. And the importance of this is understanding that you get to understand each other. So I feel like you're very compatible in the communication field, that they're going to say, listen, this is what's important, and if we work on this, we can advance in any way. I have faith in us, you, and the world when these things are around, and you do that as well. And so you're able to cement what's important to one another, and part of that is letting go. You're letting go of your subconscious ingrained ideas that don't work, things that you're just carried along because they were sort of in your suitcase, but you no longer need them. This is a fresh trip in life. You have to empty some of those things out, and every once in a while you will get important details as to what matters with this. So let me see what's going on with this. Yeah, and part of this is surrendering to the flow, that this is where you are very compatible, and I love this. When you're together, you're surrendering to the beauty of the moment, especially when it comes to any kind of sensual pleasures with one another too, that your bodies are like these beautiful maps that you get to really explore, and they are completely drawn into anything that is sensual, and that draws you in, and you're very, very compatible in this regard because you're surrendering to the magic that is, all those little touches in that collarbone, the little area of your neck, things that just make you come alive, and it's like they're very tuned into that and your energy, so you'll be very compatible in that regard. Now also in life you're going to be compatible. Need and necessity is very, very interesting, because lots of times we think we need something, right, but we don't. When we ask ourselves, what's a necessity? Necessity is love, being authentic, being together, time. Are you on the top of the list when they have a big win and something happens? Are you the first person they connect with and want to talk to about it? And vice versa, are they the first person that pops to your mind when you have a big win or news you want to share, right? And another thing I'm hearing too is if you're feeling that they are a safe place for you to divulge any information where, you may feel not great about something, especially if it's a male coming to a female, because they always want to seem like the provider, the pillar of strength. So when they start to come to you, you're a necessity in their life. You are something that they need that make them feel grounded, whole, and safe. And that's lovely, because that's showing that, oh yeah, look, and share your thoughts. They're willing to share their thoughts, and you're willing to share yours with moments where you don't feel the absolute best. You don't feel it the most winning. You have questions, and you trust their ability to help you work through, and vice versa, for you to help them work through these issues and come to some important conclusions. And it's about knowing your fears too, right? And I feel like you're going to embrace each other on that front too. I feel like you're highly compatible, and that's so much on the communication front, where you can connect and align and have beautiful communication with them. I really love that. So that's amazing. So most likely what was happening in some of your past relationships is we can have the love, but if we don't have the compatibility, you hear people say all the time, we broke up because we weren't compatible. Compatibility is literally the way that you make one another happy, or you're able to coexist in a happy existence. And in most cases, I feel like people are able to do that when they are totally aligned with what's important together and coming together in that regard. So love and light to this group. I really love that energy. I'm going to pull one more card in terms of, yes, this is another thing too on the spiritual front that I feel like you are able to garner equal spiritual strength from each other. Now, what that is about is realizing that, we manifest and we bring into our world what we expect, what we focus on, what we hope for. We ignite and spark that area of our life where we are really focused on. So you're able to help one another realize what's important in life. And in a spiritual front, this is very, very important, because some people will think they're almost hallucinating, or they're just dipping their toe in, and they're like, is that just me hoping, wishing, wanting, whatever? And you can be there to back that up with, no, what, honest to goodness, what you put your focus, hope, and intention in is what you're going to bring your way. So you're going to say, well, what do you really want? And they're going to say that to you. You're going to make lists. You're going to make vision boards. You're going to actually create your future through fusing your desires, you're going to up the probability factor hugely by buoying each other's strength and belief system in what really is out there spiritually available to one another. Because so many people, when they walk that road alone, they second guess themselves. I'm super, super happy that I have spirits that channel this information, that make me know in my heart so strong. Absolutely, this is a certainty. Absolutely, every opportunity is available to me, my family, my friends, my clients, and I can pay that forward with the strength of that. But a lot of people, if they don't have that strong connection to spirit yet, they are going to help you, and you are going to help them to reinforce that spiritual connection, which is going to help you grow exponentially. And that's so important in life, because then we know, oh, okay, this is a reality. Wow, okay, yeah, this is workable. And then you shift, and your perception of what can be is so much greater. So beautiful energy, group 3. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read, if you want to come on to my Instagram, which is SparkWist11, anything is down there. So love and light to you guys. I am going to upload.